What's going on, guys? Sort here, back with another video from Outward, and today I'm going to be showing you a decent guide early on in the game, pretty much right at the beginning, where you can earn a bunch of silver. I know there's a bunch of different ways of doing it well. This is kind of just an additional way of doing it, and it's something that you can do if you're someone that's going after the pearlbird mask. So if you don't know what the pearlbird mask is, it's basically a mask that you can get from these white birds, and there's a bunch of them scattered around the Chersonese area. That you can kill, but they don't typically respawn all that quick. I think you have to wait about a week in-game in order for them to get them to respawn. But one way that you can get them to respawn is by basically doing ambush farming. And the way that you do ambush farming is you get a bedroll or a tent or something like that, and you place it out in the wilderness, and depending on what tent you're using, the bedroll having, I believe, the highest chance to get ambushed. Basically, you can just sleep for an hour, and as you can see under sleep next to guard, there's a 40% chance of being ambushed. So as long as you don't spend any time guarding, then that will stay at 40%. Sleep for an hour, see if you get ambushed. If not, just keep sleeping over and over again until you get ambushed. And so basically, if you're looking for this mask, there's a way of farming money at basically the same time, because there's no guarantee that the thing that you're going to get ambushed by is a pearlbird. So the other option is you're either going to... So basically, you're going to get ambushed by a pearlbird, or you're going to get ambushed by two bandits. Those two bandits typically will have like a machete or a bow or whatever that pole arm is called. I don't really remember the name of it. But there's also a chance for them to spawn, or one of them to spawn with a brutal great axe. And a brutal great axe is the third... I think it's like the tier 3 of the great axes. And although it doesn't have the bleeding effect that the Fang Great Axe, which you can get from making or getting an Iron Great Axe and adding 2 Predator Bones to it, and I think a cloth as well. It is strong, and it can also be turned into a really awesome Great Axe later on in the game once you get to the swamp area. But the great thing about that Brutal Great Axe is that if you don't need it, you can sell it for 75 silver to any of the vendors here in Cierzo. So basically, just keep farming for this pearlbird helmet, and every time you get ambushed by one of those bandits and they have the brutal great axe, kill them, take it, run inside Cierzo, and sell it. It'll give you 75 silver every time, which early on is quite a lot. Like I said, there are several other methods of making silver, but this one is one that you don't necessarily have to just grind specifically for silver, and you also don't have to go anywhere. Most of the other silver making methods require you to go over to the Vendaval Fortress down here, and although it's not a crazy hike, and it is actually really worth it, there's a lot of awesome things that you can get from the Vendaval Fortress, including a couple of quests that are there. It's still a hike. This one, all you have to do is step out the front doors of Cierzo, put down a bedroll, and start farming away. So I'm going to do an example of it here in just a second, but I do want to make one last point. There is a bug currently, and I did not have this problem in my first playthrough, but this being my second character, there's a bug that I've basically run into the first 5 or 6 times that this happened, and it is the main reason that I started selling these brutal great axes. I wanted to keep one for myself, but the bug is that it disappears from your inventory after doing a few things. And I don't know if it's specifically the ones that drop from these bandits. It does seem to be the case, because I actually ended up getting one from an ornate chest in Vendaval Fortress not too long ago, and I ended up putting it in my stash, and it's still there as of now. But with the ones that have been dropping from these guys, for some reason, and you'll see it once they spawn in, some of them will have the great axe in, like, as if it's sheathed like a one-handed weapon, like it's supposed to be held on your shoulder like this. If you see that, it's probably bugged. Now, you can pick it up, and it should appear in your inventory. There's no guarantee, though. It can just disappear as soon as you pick it up. It's possible. But definitely one thing you don't want to do is, if it's equipped, don't unequip it. So try not to equip it, because otherwise you're not going to be able to sell it unless you unequip it. And do not sleep after you acquire it, because these are a few of the things that have made it disappear on me. It doesn't necessarily disappear right away, but when you sleep for an hour or any amount of time, it disappeared on me. When I switched the weapon out when it was equipped, it disappeared on me. When I dropped it on the ground, saved the game, reloaded it, it disappeared on me. When it was in my inventory, saved, reloaded, and it disappeared on me. Same thing with putting it in my stash. Save quit, and it disappeared on me. So, if you get one of these and you don't want it, I mean, it's possible it's still bugged, so I wouldn't even bother trying to keep it at this point. Just go ahead and sell it, because it's just going to disappear on you. You won't be able to use it, and you will be down a potential 75 silver. So, let's get to actually showing this off. One other thing I would like to point out really quick is that I recommend doing this after you either give a writ of tribal favor or pay off the 150 silver blood price. If you don't know what the writ of tribal favor is, it's something you can get from a little side quest that you can stumble across that will basically, you can give it to Risa and you don't have to pay the 150 silver. You can just give her that writ of tribal favor. And it saves you 150 silver. If you don't know where it is or how to get it, I do have a video from about a year ago when the game came out showing how to get it. It's about, I don't remember the exact name of the video, but it does have the writ of favor in the title. Just check out my other videos and you'll find it. But like I said, I recommend doing that first before doing this farming, because obviously you're going to be passing time by and you only have the first, I think you have until this, you only have 5 days to pay it off. So you might as well get that done. That way you don't have any or risk potentially losing your lighthouse if you don't pay it off. But anyway, gonna keep sleeping here until we get the encounter that we're looking for. Alright guys, we have finally got one. As you can see, it started snowing on us, so we had to pull out a fur tent. But we got the encounter we were looking for. This is not the guy we were looking for specifically. What we were looking for is over there. And as you can see, like I was saying before, he has the axe, like you can see his left hand is sticking out as if he's holding it on his shoulder like this, but it's actually on his waist like a one-handed weapon. It might be a little hard to see, but you could probably tell. So it is buggy, 100%, but the last time it happened to me, I was still able to get it, to go into my inventory, and I was able to sell it. So we will hope that it happens again. Otherwise, we're going to lose it. So, pick it up. And there it is in our inventory. Awesome. So, like I said, we got a hold of this thing. We run right inside the Sierra Zone. No need to do any long traveling or hiking or anything like that. And now we can go to any of these vendors, closest one being right here.
Greetings, friend.
Go ahead and sell that bad boy for 75 silver. Easy as that. Now it might take It might take some time to get that encounter. That actually took me quite a while. Most of the encounters I was getting was the white pearlbirds, and I still unfortunately have not gotten the head from them. So I'll continue to do that, but there it is. Just keep on doing it. They're easy to kill. I personally love the two-handed axes, like special attack. X on Xbox, the double swing combo, and then you can actually combo it a second time with the like quad swing basically. So anything gets caught in the first couple swings, the like the stagger bar is going to go less than half, and they're going to get staggered and not going to be able to hit you back anyway. And you'll probably kill them on the second combo. So, but yeah, that's that. That's pretty much all I got to show you. Hopefully these guys can help you out. Anyone who's looking for silver early on, it's especially useful so that way you can get some skills early on, because they are expensive. You can buy some early equipment. You can buy some rare resources from this vendor specifically, or the traveling one out in Chersonese. That can sell like materials like this. Anything. I mean, it's extremely useful, extremely helpful. Not really dangerous in any way. The pearlbirds can hit you pretty hard if you get hit by them in combo, but once you get used to it, easy peasy. Anyway, that'll do it for this one, guys, and I will see you in the next one.